You're a transformation coach and fashion expert and the fitness pro and author. So all over the skills. So how do you manage these things?
The way that I take care of my mind, my spirit, and of course my body, both physically and nutritionally too as well, that has a lot to do with the way that I'm able to execute the different areas of interest in my life.
But before you start the stylish and fit company, so how's the life?
Yes. Well, before I started Stylish and Fit, I was working in corporate America. I was managing about 100 reps and managers. I was running my own center at a Fortune 500 company. And something happened, Anil, that would change my life forever. It was the loss of my mother. And that's when things changed for me. And then I started Stylish and Fit. And then, of course, everything changed forever.
So in the struggling days, because whenever you start the company, we have a lot of struggles. How do you tackle those struggles and the steps?
And I just began to become committed to my purpose. And then you do find support along the way. You find other entrepreneurs and what I call destiny helpers that believe in you and your vision. And they're there to be that confirmation.
A lot of social media is going on, a lot of distractions. So how do you think the networking is more important than the social media?
Oh, wow. That's a powerful question because I truly believe that your network is definitely your net worth. And relationships matter so much more than who a person is behind a social media flick of the finger, right? Like you've got to get out there.
Hey, one more podcast with Anil Meda in the B Podcast Studio. Here we go, the CEO of Style and Fit, Dr. Tanjie. So welcome to the podcast studio.
Hello.
Tanjie,
it's
thank
so
you.
great to be here.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. So can you introduce yourself to my audience and all over Chicago people?
Hello, amazing audience, Chicagoland and beyond. My name is Dr. Tanjie Brewer. I am the CEO of Stylish and Fit.
Hey, thanks for the warm welcome. So, you're a transformation coach and fashion expert and the fitness pro and author. So all over the skills. So how do you manage these things with a single hand?
Yes. Well, I have to say, Anil, it starts with understanding that in order to maximize your talents and your gifts, it comes with energy.
Yes,
So
that's true.
I will say the way that I take care of my mind, my spirit, and of course my body, both physically and nutritionally too as well, that has a lot to do with the way that I'm able to execute the different areas of interest in my life.
Got it. You're in stylish and the fit. We'll talk about the segment wise.
Yes.
Then we'll do the first one is like stylish and fit. So like the before you start the stylish and fit company. So how's the life?
Yes.
The most of the people, they don't encourage family things like in the social medias and all over exposure. So how do you manage it before you start this company?
Yes. Well, before I started Stylish and Fit, I was working in corporate America. I was managing about 100 reps and managers. I was running my own center at a Fortune 500 company. And I was really big into family. And something happened, Anil, that would change my life forever.
Okay.
It was the loss of my mother. At the tender age of 55 years old, she was diagnosed with high blood pressure and she had a pain in her chest and she went to the doctor. It was too long of a wait and she passed away in her sleep. And that for me would change everything. So prior to me starting Stylish and Fit, of course, I was a dedicated daughter and definitely a sister and a friend and all of that. And I decided, wow, I wanted to take my life to the next level for people that I care about and beyond. I wanted to see people grow old and gray. So I would begin to go out to restaurants and I would see people and I would say, oh, I want these people to have an opportunity to see their mother grow old and gray and to maximize purpose. And that's when things changed for me. And then I started Stylish and Fit. And then, of course, everything changed forever.
Yeah, I got it. How do you find your passion? Like the most of the people, they struggle with find your inner passion.
Yes.
So how do you find your passion in the early age?
Yes. Thank you for asking that. And I will say that I'm very grateful, Anil, to have found my purpose at a very early age in my life. I knew what it was that I was called to do. I loved helping people in the area of wellness. And I understood that the way that I ate, the way that I took care of my body, it affected the way that I operated in life. And I made that correlation at a very young age.
Got it.
And I will say, for me, what happened was definitely something spiritually. And I am definitely connected to God. Faith is important to me. And I believe that that was the catalyst that helped me to realize that I had a significance on this earth,
Yeah.
that I had something that I was to do and bring to the world that no one else could but
Yeah,
me.
exactly.
And I also had an incredible mentor, a friend of my father's. His name was Dr. Miles Monroe. And he started speaking about purpose and that everybody had their own individual fingerprint that no one had.
Exactly.
And I was like, oh my gosh, it's so true. And then I began to hear messages, but then also understood that within myself, what I call is this C spot.
Yep.
It's the core of who you are that makes you sing and dance, that
Exactly.
you don't need an alarm clock to do it. And you just feel this fire in your belly that if you don't execute it, then you don't feel the joy when you lay your head on the pillow at night.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, going to the, I mean, your passion and the purpose, I saw, I mean, Style and Fit company. So in the struggling days, because whenever you start the company, so they have, I mean, we have a lot of struggles, like
Yes.
all the documents and the money and the mentors and we are alone. We are alone.
Yes.
Whenever you start the company. So how do you tackle those struggles and the steps?
Oh, wow. I remember when I started Stylish and Fit. And
I think it's 15 years ago, right?
yeah, well, it was in 2010.
Yeah.
Yes. Amazing how time flies. But I remember feeling like, wow, I'm on this island by myself in a way. And what I did, Anil, I would keep a pen and a pad by my bed. And I would wake up at 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning. And like this download, the blueprint of my company would come to me.
Exactly.
And it was like, wow. And I do believe that once you avail yourself to purpose, that you really understand what it is that you're to do. And no one can really get the download but you. And I realized that. And then I just began to become committed to it. And you have to do that because it's like if you were on an island by yourself and it was Survivor, what would you do to survive, right?
Correct.
So
Exactly.
it's like the survival mode kicks in for your purpose. You're like, you want to see this baby be delivered.
Yeah.
And I just began to become committed to my purpose. And then you do find support along the way. You find other entrepreneurs and what I call destiny helpers that believe in you and your vision. And they're there to be that confirmation to the voice that you heard.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, in this sector, like the most of the people, I mean, they go to the networking events and they connect to the people, then pitch their idea.
Yes.
And I mean, how do they, I mean, for this younger generation, a lot of social media is going on, a lot of distractions. So how do you think the networking is more important than, I mean, the social media?
Oh, wow. Anil, that's a powerful question because I truly believe that your network is definitely your net worth.
Yeah.
And relationships matter so much more than who a person is behind a social media, flick of the finger, right? Like you've got to get out there. People are not going to know who you are and what you do unless you look people in the eye and you connect on a purposeful level. And it's not just about you though. You can't just connect and automatically share what you're doing. You should find out about what they're doing. And oftentimes, Anil, there is a connection that leads to collaboration. And there is beauty in partnership and collaboration that I believe that this generation really needs to catch hold of. So you got to get out of your four walls and meet other people.
Yeah. I mean, let's talk about like the fitness.
Yes.
I mean, the most of the women's girls or younger generation, they need a fitness freak. So, I mean, you started in your early. So what's your most of the habits like in diet or workout gym 5 days a week or 7 days a week? And what's your routine and what's your daily habits on those?
I will say first, Anila, starts with a mental routine. You have to understand that wellness is a lifetime. It's not a journey or a destination, so to speak. It is a journey. It is something that you have to catch hold of and understand that it is a part of your lifestyle. And definitely that is something that I harness first. And next, it is understanding that the most important transactions that I'll make on a day is not in the business room It's not somewhere working, but it's on
Yeah.
the fitness floor with me and myself, because I'm going to manufacture more energy to keep my purpose and to keep whatever I'm doing in my life more alive, more vigorous. Because wealth, it really looks at people who operate on a high level
Exactly.
of energy. It finds that. It
Correct.
knows the people for some reason, like it does know. And so for me, it's all about taking care of myself physically,
Mm.
and then of course nutritionally too as well. Whenever you lift your fork, I always ask people,
Yeah.
you have to ask yourself, what is this about to serve me? Is it going to release the vitamins and nutrients that my body needs? Because my energy is needed for my next level in my life.
Yeah.
And I understand that. And then, of course, it also is a part of the people that I allow in my space, because
Mm.
other energy matters. It's transferable. And you
Exactly.
have to understand that the people in your life matters.
I mean, the in the fitness, on the diet, or on the
Mhm.
body, so we need the sleep.
Yes.
So right, in this digital world.
Yes.
So because I mean I managed my sleep at 5 hours a day is a maximum.
Five.
See, the most of the people on the laptops and the phones and the I mean everywhere in
Mhm.
the digital. So how do you manage your sleep? And everyone needs to at least 7 to 8 hours sleep, right?
It's very true.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yes,
how do you
because your
manage?
body has to repair
Hmm.
and your body has to get stronger during that sleep process. And for me, I manage my sleep
Okay.
by understanding that when my body is telling me to go to sleep, it's time. Everybody's body should have a rhythm, and it
Yep.
should have a time and when it shuts down. Right? Some
Correct.
people, they don't listen to their body. They don't understand those cues. So for me, I listen to my body. And so when I get up in the morning, my energy is like out of 10, it's high,
Exactly.
and I'm able to maintain that energy all throughout the day. But about 10:30, 11, my body says, all right, it's time to lay it down. Now,
Correct.
there's sometimes, Anil, I'll go to an event and it may last longer than that, but I understand that I cannot go and go and go and go and go like that for a long period of time. So what I do is I shut down the electronics,
Hmm.
I turn out the lights. I understand that music sends a vibration too. So I make
Yeah.
sure that it's calming music. And then I don't eat after a certain time.
Yeah.
So you don't want to eat after 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
at least that's for me, because when you eat right before you go to bed, your body has to work overtime to
Correct.
digest that food, and you're not going to get the rest that you need. And then I just will allow myself to lay there and then meditate too as well, to center that body, to release whatever it was going on during the day, and understand that I'm responsible for the relaxation that I preset for my
Hmm.
body. Because there's a pre-relaxation
Yeah.
before the relaxation that a lot of people don't take the time to do.
Yeah.
They're scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. Their body is hyper, just it's got all those senses going on.
Yeah.
And then they try to lay down, they can't fall asleep, and then they're dreaming, they're thinking, because their subconscious is not going to sleep. So you've got to train that body to
Yeah.
have a pre-relaxation before the relaxation.
Yeah. Correct. I mean, so see, here is the people that drink. I mean, they drank alcohol,
Mhm.
or they have some addiction, the porn addiction, or something like that.
Mhm.
So how to avoid those? To I mean, to grow their life. I mean, their businesses. And then
Wow.
most of the people they addicted to something, and the digital
Yes.
social media, or as I said, like pornography or movies or anything,
Yes.
alcohol. So
Wow.
how to avoid those?
Well, here's the thing. A lot of times, Anil, is something that's missing in their life.
Hmm.
They're not finding fulfillment. And there is another statement that my mentor said. He said, where purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. And a lot of times, a lot of those people who are searching for different things, that are addicted to things,
Yep.
they're not relishing in their purpose. And I have never had a drink before in my life. And it's not like I say that
Yeah.
it's a bad thing. I just realized that I've seen people that they've become really addicted to it. That's
Mm.
not an area that I've ever wanted to go into. And then you see, but we all have our things that we may
Yeah.
struggle with, right? And you mentioned that people struggle with alcohol, with porn
Correct.
addiction, with staying, watching movies and video games
Yeah.
and all of
Exactly.
these things. And it's time stealers. So for me, I have understood that my spirit has to speak louder than what my mind is telling me. So if you're not someone who connects with yourself spiritually, and
Mm.
you're not a person of faith and all that, you're going to let your
Okay.
flesh speak louder than your spirit, and you're going to find yourself being addicted to all of those things. And so for me, it's important for me to have that spiritual connection, through prayer, like I said, meditation.
Yeah. So you need to
Yeah.
replace those addictions to spirit and then reading
Yes.
Bible
Right.
and
Yes.
connect to the God.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Me and yes, the
Yes.
Bible is
Yeah,
important. And
exactly.
if we don't have a relationship with God, and we're not silencing ourselves from social media, we're not able to listen and hear what our next step is, because we're simply spiritual beings living in this physical body, right?
Correct.
And so we have to take care of the spirit.
Yeah. I mean, entire your journey, almost 15 years of Style and Fit Company, and you are author of some books. And how do you manage these times? I mean, the time is a precious, right?
Yes.
So how do you manage your time? And when it comes to struggles, so how to overcome those?
Yes. Time is precious, and we all have the same amount of time, and everyone says, oh, time is fleeting. Number one, Anil, I stopped saying that. I don't say, oh my gosh, time is flying by, and people say that every day. I stopped saying it because I'm saying, no, I'm really enjoying the moment. I am saturated in these moments. I'm maximizing my moments, and I won't say that there are times that I don't have idle time, because I think that we all can fall prey to that. But for me, I understand that how I manage my day is important for the next generation. It's bigger than me. It is purpose. And I don't want to leave this world not maximizing all that I'm called to do. So I have to think, okay, what are you doing? What are you doing to maximize your purpose? So even today, Anil, I got up at 5 o'clock this morning and I wrote an article for a magazine. And I understood, you know what? Like, I have to be purposeful. Every minute matters. So I became an early riser, and I love my mornings because I realized there's more that I can get done in the mornings, right? And some people sleep half of the day. They wake up like at 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock. I'm like, man, that's like I've been already up a half a day, you know? So I would say, people, you have to look at how you maximize your mornings, and then working out in the mornings too sets a pace for the day, because it's going to generate more energy for you to maximize your moments as well. And then of course, what you eat, like what I eat in the mornings, how I treat my body, I understand that I'm going to have more energy to do things like write another book, right? To do another podcast like this. It's all important.
Yeah. How's your writing goes? Like how many books you've written? And what is the most selling book? Or I mean, what are the suggestions to give from those books? I mean, present younger generation.
Yes. Well, my first gift to the world in the writing of a book was the book called Serving You Life, or it is the book because it's continuing to thrive now. It's still much alive, and it's on Amazon. And that book has really changed a lot of people's lives. I've had people tell me that for the entire month, they've just used my recipes for their family. And it has really changed the way that their family looks at food, changed their family's energy, their body too as well. And so this book, it talks about food, not just as with the recipes, but it tells everyone what this food is serving you. So it tells the breakdown of the vitamin D levels and the vitamins and the nutrients that are in the food and the recipes that I'm serving everyone when they read the book. And then I also have other items in the book, surprises. It's really a roadmap to wellness. And so that's one book. Another book that I finished is called Jigsaw, Revealing the Masterpiece of Transformation. That is coming out. I worked on that book for 7 years and it's been ready and it's done. So that's being released. I'm also working on a book called Beyond Nutrition. So that's a collaborative book. And I have others that are working on John, his name is Sir John Gray. He is the co-author in the book with me. And then we have other contributors in the book in the health and wellness realm. And so we're excited about this book. It's coming out this year. And I have another book called Limitless that I'm also in this year too as well. So I love bringing literal inspiration, literary inspiration to the world as well.
I got it. I mean, I saw your one shot of your video in the Chicago, the time at TV.
Yes.
So how's it happen? I mean, how's it went well? And because I mean, you saw in your fitness in the TV, the most of the people comment, "Hey, she in the TV. She's marketing themselves, or she's likes the most of the people." So how's it happen that one?
Yes. First, I love the opportunity to go on TV because why? You can touch more people at one time. And years ago, when I started my company in Oklahoma, I used to go on TV all the time as a fitness and fashion expert. So then coming to Chicago,
Yeah.
it's amazing how things come full circle. And I believe, Anil, that your gifts will make room for you.
Okay.
And if you are operating in purpose and people see that, and there's a lot of times it's an open door that comes and allows you to be able to inspire people at one particular time. And that's what TV is for me. It's like, wow, I can talk to more people at one time and really operate in purpose. So it's a blessing. I'm super grateful for it. And what an amazing opportunity.
Okay. And the coming to like, I mean, your entire life, and you struggle a lot without your mom and your, I mean, with your family support, your friends support. So what 3 pieces of advice to give the present younger generation like me as a 24-year-old kid?
Oh, you're only 24. I love it. I love it. Hey, I feel
I'm 25.
25. Okay. Yeah. And my fitness age is pretty young. So I can probably rival you, Anil. But what I would say that you have to realize that if you're in a situation that God did not tell you, then it's temporary.
Yep.
And as a young person, I would say that when you harness the whole optimistic attitude, that's really going to set you on a trajectory for success. And you have to understand that your attitude, it matters so much, that the way that you handle situations is important. I always say, I know that everybody has a vibe. I'm going to tell you what my acronym is. The V is for your vitality, right? Understanding that the way that you care for your body matters. And the I is for intentionality. A person who has a great vibe, they're intentional. Because when you're intentional, you're dimensional. You think about every move that you make, from the relationships to what you put in your body, your workouts, all of that. Then your B, this is the big one. It's your bounce back. It's your ability to deal with a difficult situation and not allow that situation to have you. So when I lost my mom, Anil, I remember going to the gym and I was laying on a mat doing a plank and tears were falling on that mat. But I understood that I still got to take care of my body, that I can't let pain paralyze me. So what's your bounce back? Then the E is for your energy. And if you can understand that you are responsible for your energy and you're either going to make a deposit in an environment or take away energy, when you understand that, it's so huge. And so that is important. And I would tell the younger generation, what's your vibe? Know your vibe, be responsible for your vibe, and let it be different than anyone else's.
I got it. And thanks for that. And the 3 pieces of advice is really, really important for this generation. Okay. I mean, coming to your part of your success, how do you define within a word, how do you define your success?
Oh, yes. So true success to me is definitely found in the people that I'm able to empower and transform and change. And I've had the ability to do an award-winning challenge since 2010 called the Lifestyle Vitality Challenge. And to have people come to me with tears in their eyes and say, my life's been changed. I feel differently. I'm no longer on this medication. The doctor told me that I've added this many years to my life. That is success to me.
Correct.
And it's never really been attached to a dollar amount, though I understand that in order for us to carry out our purpose, that we have to have the resources. And I understand that. And I do understand that when you're operating in purpose and doing your passion, that the resources come. So I've not lacked for anything, and I praise God for that. And I will say, though, that success, it's the lives that I'm transforming and touching, and having people come closer to their purpose and closer to God and live longer and have more longevity. That is a true gift for me.
I got it. I mean, so in this journey, so you learn a lot of things, and the coming to your company and the Style and Fit or in our programs, I mean, your programs. So what's your programs in coming in the next few days or next coming days?
Yes. So my program, the Lifestyle Vitality program, I'm going to be starting a new program with women who want to transform their body. They can be anywhere around the world. It's
Okay.
totally virtual. It's a 4-month-long program. But I'm also going to be doing that program too and taking it into organizations and churches all over the world as well. So that's
Got
a
it.
lifestyle vitality program. I'm super excited about that. So that's coming up. I also have a Girl Fit party
Oh yeah.
happening July the
That's cool.
26th. Yes, right here in Chicago. Super excited about that. And that's going to be an event to inspire wellness in a very fun way.
Yeah.
Getting women together, live DJ. We're going to
Exactly.
have exercise in disguise because we're going to drop it like it's hot. No, 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 we're going to have fun, keep it clean,
Yeah.
but we're going to have fun. We're going to sweat and we're going to encourage one another to take better care of their bodies. I'm going to give a good recipe. They're going to have good food that I like to say makes
Yep.
your taste buds dance in your body too. And there are going to be some fashion tips, but then you get to build relationships with other women that are powerhouses around Chicago who all want to elevate
Yeah.
and transform each other's lives.
That's cool, Tanji, and thanks for the time.
Yes.
And you're giving such a suggestions for all audience and all present younger generation. And we'll soon commit and one more session if you want.
Yes,
And
love it.
we'll together grow and everyone. Yeah. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Anil. I love what you're doing. Thank you.
Yeah.
And continued success to you too as well. And you're such a thought leader and we
Yep.
need more movers and shakers like you.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Tanji.
Yes.